Hello everyone and welcome back to Memories Dogma. Here we are, using a map from a mysterious individual. We have to make our way to a giant room with a marker where Kuroda is probably waiting for us, but we can't be sure. Last episode we ended up getting all of our senses back, thank God, so we wrecked some face with the researchers and yeah, we had some fun. And now that we are out and everyone is safe and sound, we gotta go. We gotta finish this. We have to get some answers. The moment we left the room, we ran into a veritable maze of crisscrossing paths. B7, which presumably stands for basement floor 7, is even larger than the surface floor of the Connect Center plus the nearby part combined. I feel like we could run into a researcher or security guard at any turn. This isn't part of the public section of the building. This is where the Connect Center keeps all of its research facilities. Looks like even Rena wasn't aware of this part of the building existed. What the hell was that? Oh, okay, that was really loud. After a lot of running, Rena and I finally make it to the location marked on the map. Ooh. This is very interesting. This is a cool looking room, isn't it? The door to the room is hanging open, so we're able to make it inside with ease. That's because the person who sent this map was expecting us to be here. After we walk inside, the door automatically closes behind us. Okay, I'm expecting to see Kuroda just sitting in like a swivel chair at the end as he turns around and faces us. I turn back and try to open the door again, but it doesn't look like it's going to budge. Certainly seems that way. I would imagine probably a little bit of both. Yeah! Yeah, bring it on, man. We could, you know what, we could take on the world. The room actually extends pretty far in. Blue lighting illuminates the area, reminding me of how this Connect Center looked when we first came to visit it. There's large black pillars on either side of the room, extending all the way down. When I go to take a closer look at one of the pillars, I realize it's giving off a low humming noise, and that there's a green lamp that blinks on and off at regular intervals. Each one of the pillars has a 3-digit number, like 15, 32, 22, carved into it, and a few of them have the word alive displayed in green letters on the AR display. Interesting. Alive, what could that mean? Is Kuroda in this room too? I feel like something could pop out from anywhere at any time. I walk forward slowly, with Rena behind me. Gotta protect her, you know. The deeper in we go, the fainter the blue light at the entrance gets, plunging us deeper and deeper into darkness. The only light we have left to guide us are the lights coming off the pillars illuminating our feet. Feels like we've just stepped into a massive graveyard. Every now and again there's a whoosh like air being released from one of the pillars. Not just once either, multiple times at irregular intervals. Every time we hear that noise, Rena and I tense up. Creepy. Something tells me I'm not going to like the answer to that question. That's very possible. Okay, never mind. This place has a lot of secrets. Who knows what they really were? Hey, it was a nice guess. We keep walking further in. As we make our way past the Hall of Pillars, the light at the end of the room begins to get brighter as we get closer. I gradually pick up the pace and I'm practically running by the time we reach the end. This room is absolutely massive. The very end of the room opens up into a wide open space. At the very end of the hallway is a wall filled with black pillars lined up horizontally next to each other. And
ようこそ。よくここまで来たね。
You. Kuroda's right there, standing in front of it. You? Aoi standing next to him, her face pale and lifeless. Aoi does not react when I call her name, just continuing to stare blankly off into space.
そっとしておいてもらえるかな。葵くんは自分の任務を終えて少し疲れてる。それよりも君たちの方からこちらに来てくれるなんて嬉しいじゃないか。一体誰からこの場所のことを聞いたのかな。
Wait, it wasn't you who sent us the map? Completing her task, I'm disgusted by how calmly he can say that after all he put her through.
あんたに教えることは一つもない。
I face off against Kuroda, keeping Rina safe behind my back. Kuroda spreads his arms out, smiling.
そうか、まあいい。先ほどは面白いものを見せてもらった。その様子だと、どうやら君は能力を発現できたようだね。
We still don't really know, do we?
脳機能も完全に回復しているようだし、君のその治癒能力はさすがというほかない。
ヒロキをあんなに傷つけておきながら、よくもそんなことを。
Rina exclaims angrily. Kuroda continues as if he's completely unconcerned.
折笠君、君が開発したマイクロチップの性能はよくわかったよ。試作段階とはいえ、これほどの可能性を感じさせてくれたのだから、十分すぎる功績だ。
あなたにこんな風に使われるために作ったんじゃない。
まあそう固いことを言わないでくれ。優れた研究成果は皆で分かち合うべきだろう。そうそう、君に一つ伝えておくべきことが。
What now?
君と東也君が生み出した E メモリーという技術、あれは素晴らしい発明だ。しかしながらこの技術にはある種の限界があることを私は発見したのだよ。
限界？
There's a limit.
E メモリーによって保存できるのは記憶だけで、発言者が生前有していた能力は再現できないんだ。楠原君、君には身に覚えがあるんじゃないかな。君は発言者である空野君の生前と死後、どちらの姿も見ているだろう。
It's true that Serrano was confused by the fact that she could no longer use her ability after she died.
たとえそうだとして、記憶だけの存在になってまで能力が使える必要なんてあるのかよ。
まあ君にはその価値はわからないかもしれない。しかし生まれながらに発言者である者にとって能力は個性の一つだ。本人を形成する要素の一つなのだよ。いわゆるアイデンティティというものだ。それを再現することはすなわち完全な発言者を再現することに他ならない。君は完全な空野くんを再現する記憶データが欲しくないのかね。ここへもそのために来たのだろ
う。確かに空野の記憶データが手に入れば、空野とずっと一緒にいられると考えた時もあった。
But we know better now. I look at Aoi as I answer, though she does not look back.
でも今は違う。ここへは真実を知りに来ただけだ。
You took the words right out of my mouth. That was my line, you bastard. And then...
なぜ空野は死ななければならなかったのか。そして誰に殺されたのか。黒田、 あんたが殺したのか？
I'm completely dumbfounded. I don't know what trick he used to do that. But Kuroda just said everything I wanted to say to him. Is he a mind reader?
驚いたかね。
A little bit, yes.
君はどうやら本当に空野くんの記憶を手に入れなくてもいいと思っているようだ。そんなに真実が知りたいのなら教えてやろう。
As Kuroda says that, he suddenly sticks his left hand out to me. What the hell? An instant later, it feels like a wall smacks right into me. I'm hit with such a force that I'm unable to remain standing and I fall backwards.
ヒロキ、大丈夫？
What the hell was that? I touch my right cheek and I feel it sting. I'm not bleeding, but something definitely hit me.
今のは何だ？
There doesn't seem to be any kind of weapon in the smiling Kuroda's hand.
これは借り物だ。
借り物？
Harvested.
先ほど君を転倒させた衝撃波は確かに発言者の能力だ。だが私自身の能力ではない。
どういうことだ？
その質問に答える前に先ほどの質問に答えよう。黒田は水無し空野を殺したのか？
Did you kill her?
答えはノーだ。
なんだと？
Who killed her?
それは言葉のあやだろ。お前自身が手を下していなくてもコネクトセンターの誰かが。
君はこうも言ったね。水無し空野はなぜ死ななければならなかったのかと。教えてあげよう。水無し空野は死んでいない。
What? Oh man. What a twist. Oh my god. I don't understand. My mind is instantly thrown into disarray. Mizunashi Sarano is not dead?
何を言っているんだ？
Where is she? That's not possible. That's the one thing that's not possible.
嘘をつくなよ。そんなことあるわけか。
自分の目で確かめたまえ、草原くん。
No. No. Kuroda does something on his MRD and one of the black pillars starts jettisoning steam. No. The ER display on the top changes color from green to yellow as the words turn from alive to reveal. The front part of the pillar with the 3-digit number on it gradually becomes transparent. I'm finally able to see inside what I originally thought was just a black pillar. The whole tank is filled with some sort of translucent blue substance that makes me think it's some kind of water tank. But as I look harder, I realize there's something inside, and my heart sinks. No, this isn't possible. I run over to the pillar. I stop right in front of it. And once what's inside becomes completely clear, my mind just goes blank. Oh my god.
これはそんな。
Serrano's inside this pillar. I reach out and touch the pillar's glass surface. Serrano's eyes are closed and she's floating, suspended on some kind of liquid. She looks just like a doll put up on display.
空の。なんで。空の。
I pound on the glass as hard as I can, but her eyes do not open. Is this a coffin? Or is this device is that what's keeping her alive? I can't tell just from looking at her.
さっき空のは死んでいないと言ったな。 この中にいる空野は目を覚ますのか。
脳機能の一部だけ活動しているというのが正しい表現だ。目覚めることも意識を取り戻すことも永遠にない。
So she's pretty much dead.
それを生きていると表現するかどうかは立場によって変わってくるのだろうね。
I clenched both of my hands into fists. Only a part of her brain still works, and she'll never regain consciousness. In other words, she's barely being kept alive. I wonder what Kuroda told Serrano. I wonder if she tried to resist. What kind of terrible things did he end up doing to her? And now she's still being used by Kuroda. They clench my fists so tight that my nails bite into my skin.
空の
Aoi totters over to where Serrano is.
葵さんは知っていたんですか。
You think he told her?
だということを。
Hell no, he didn't tell her. Aoi does not respond to the sound of my voice at all, and she just puts both her hands on the glass and just stares at her.
待ってくれ。だって空野の葬式もしているはずで、その時に顔を確かめないはずは。
Yeah.
それに俺は確かにコネクトセンターで空野と記憶データだって。
I turn back to Kuroda as he laughs scornfully.
この施設では死者の記憶が保存されているという先入観、そこがポイントだ。
What?
我々が欲しいと思った発言者を捕獲し、他人の死体を使って自己死したと見せかけ、生きている状態で記憶を電子化し、この施設で話せるようにする。するとどうだ。コネクトセンターを訪れ、記憶と会話した者は、相手はもう記憶だけの存在になってしまった、本当に死んでしまったのだと思い込む。精神的に不安定になっている状態ならなおさらだ。
でも生きている人間の記憶を電子化するのは法律で禁止されて。
その通りだ。生きている人間の記憶を電子化することは法律で禁止されているのだから、国の機関がそれを行うはずがない。だから本当に死んでしまったのだと考えるのが普通だ。
This son of a bitch.
死者の記憶の中に生者の記憶を紛れ込ませることで、我々はいともたやすく欲しい発言者を手に入れることができるようになった。
Kuroda does something on his MRD again. The sound of jettisoning steam echoes all throughout the room. When I look around, I see black pillars everywhere start to become transparent. Inside all of them are people like Serrano, manifestors.
私の持つ能力は見分ける力だ。そのものが発言者かそうでないかを見分け、どのような能力を扱えるかを見分けることができる。
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, how do they know who was a manifestor and who wasn't?
ここまでお膳立てをするのに随分と苦労したよ。
Everything, it suddenly clicks, it fits together. The things we can't bring into the room with us during our meeting. The fact that we're not allowed to ask the dead how they died. And the strange way Serrano was acting the first time we talked. That wasn't a bug in replicating her memories. She just couldn't answer that because she wasn't actually dead.
そして楠原君、君にはあらゆる面で驚かされた。
My God.
あの談話室において死因についてあそこまで追求してきたのは君が初めてだよ。あの時の記憶データとの対話エラーは我々にとっても予想外だった。正直驚いたよ。おかげで君のような存在がまた現れた時のために記憶再現のアルゴリズムを修正することができた。
Kuroda's words don't even register in my mind. I'm still overwhelmed by the reality I've just come to understand. The truth that I've learned. Rina, who has been silent this whole time, finally opens her mouth.
この施設は記憶保全法の可決がきっかけで生まれたはず。それなら存命者の記憶の電子化が禁止されるきっかけになった拉致暴行被害者の記憶がネットにばらまかれた事件。あの時点からあなたたちは関与していたというの。
折笠君、君はやはり優秀だな。だがそれを君が知る必要はない。君たちが E メモリーを発明するよりはるか以前から我々は計画を進めてきたということは教えておこう。 E メモリーは我々の計画のブレイクスルーとなった。おかげで我々は大きな躍進を遂げることができた。本当に感謝しているよ。東也君がもう少し物分かりのいい人間であれば愛弟子を残して病死することもなかったのだがね。そのことだけが心残りだ。
He killed Toya? Oh my god.
どういうことなの？それはまさかあなたたち誠先生を。
さてどうかな。昔のことは忘れてしまってね。
レナ、やせ！
Rita charges at him before I can stop her. She's holding her pen device in her left hand. There's a small blade jutting out at the tip of it. But there's no way something like that will be enough to. Just like he did to me before, Kuroda extends his left hand out towards Reina. Reina's blown back from the force. I run over to Reina and gently try to raise her up.
大丈夫。
Reina tightly grabs my arm.
ひどすぎる。こんなの。
I glare at Kuroda.
お前のしていることこそが個人や遺族を苦労する浅ましい行為じゃないのか。
崇高な計画のためには仕方のない嘘だ。
There isn't even an ounce of sympathy or guilt in his voice. I can feel the hot burning sensation well up within me again. Me, Reina, Serrano, countless others. We're just fuel to drive his ambition? I will never forgive you, Kuroda. I throw a punch at him. I conjure up an image of me releasing all of my pent-up energy into my right arm.
愚かな。ここに空野くんがいる意味をよく考えた方がいい。
Kuroda extends the palm of his hand to try and intercept my fist. My fist stops right in front of his palm. I put even more force in my arm, but an even stronger force repels it. Sharp pain runs through my arm and my entire body as I collapse into the ground. I hear Rina shout from behind me.
黒田、あなたはさっき借り物と言った。つまり使えるのね、他人の能力を。
Kuroda looks down at us sitting on the floor as he walks over.
ご名答だ、折笠くん。
There's an unwavering confidence in his posture.
私にも君と同じようにマイクロチップが埋め込まれている。ここにね。
Kuroda taps his temple with his right index finger.
そして空野くんをはじめ維持装置に入っている彼らそれぞれにも同じようにマイクロチップが埋め込まれている。
I look over at Serrano. So there's a microchip buried somewhere in her brain.
私と彼らの脳はリンクしているのだ。私の脳が何かを感じると その電気信号が彼らに伝わり、彼ら自身の脳がそれを感じているのだと錯覚させることができる。つまり私が危険を感じた時、彼らは自らが危機に瀕した状態と錯覚するというわけだ。彼らは自己防衛のために能力を発現しようとする。その際に発生する電気信号を私が受け取り、私は彼らの能力を使えるようになるというわけだ。
彼らが自ら動いているというの。
Everyone in this room is being controlled by Kuroda to feel the same things he does. And in order to protect themselves, they unconsciously activate their powers even while asleep. My God.
理解してくれただろうか。さあ、改めて聞こう。
Kuroda stops in front of me and looks down, imposingly.
こちら側に来る気にはなったかね。
Hell no. I falter slightly. Of course, I definitely don't want to be his pawn. But defeating him isn't practical at this point. At this rate, we'll never be able to beat him. I look around, but all my surroundings show me is despair. There's not a single sliver of hope for victory. Think! There must be some way to overcome the situation. But then I realize that no matter what I think of, Kuroda will just be able to read my thoughts, so it's pointless to try to come up with a plan. I mean, he's just gonna know what we think. We do? Rena mutters so softly, I'm not certain I heard her right. Rena seems hesitant to answer when I ask her.
さすがだな、折笠君。君の考えることは。
Kuroda laughs as he looks over at Rena happily.
言ってくれ。
あの装置を止めてしまえば、黒田は能力を使えなくなる。
But we'll be killing the people inside. Kuroda's just borrowing other people's powers, so all we have to do to beat him is cut his link with the manifestors he's harvesting. A rather simple method, but it will work. But that means that...
でも、それは他のみんなを。
ええ、犠牲にすることになるでしょうね。
Oh man, what do we do? Rena tries to say it calmly, but I can tell her face is pale. There's no way we can do that. Even if they'll never wake up again. Even if they're all vegetables, they're still alive in there, right? I'd have to kill Serrano and everyone else in there. Seeing how we've stopped moving, Kuroda asks us happily.
ここにいる全員を殺して回るかね。悪を倒すためならば、多少の犠牲はやむを得ないというわけだ。
I glare at him, but that won't change anything.
やっぱりできない。ここにいる人たちを犠牲にするなんて。
Rena mutters softly, then bites her lip. I look over at the sleeping Serrano again. That's definitely the real Serrano, no doubt. Perhaps you couldn't call her truly alive, but her shoulders still faintly move up and down as she breathes. I can still try to get that Serrano back. Should I try and fight to the bitter end, clinging to that faint ray of hope? Or should I just sacrifice her physical body forever in order to defeat Kuroda, who did this to her in the first place? Oh, man. What should I do?